It's time now for our Entre Nous segment, and today we're discussing camping here in France. For more on this, we can bring in Solange Mougin, who joins me in the studio. Solange, clearly I know a lot about camping.
Yeah, it is a big deal in France, and there's camping and camping, all sorts of camping, from bivvying to glamping to renting out motorhomes. And we'll get into that diversity in a second, and this big question of whether the spirit of camping, l'esprit camping, is dying out in France. But before that, we have to look at how big camping is here. France has some 7,400 campsites and campgrounds. This makes it the champion of Europe, with nearly 30% of Europe's campgrounds. That's in France alone. It is the #1 tourism accommodation in France, and according to the National Federation of l'Hôtellerie en plein air, or outdoor hospitality, there were in 2025 over 147 million registered nights of camping. That number is up 4.5% compared to 2024. And French vacationers make up the vast majority, with 70% of campers from France, followed by the Dutch and German tourists. Now, the cost of living crisis, the plethora of different options, along with this long tradition of camping in France, has only added to its attractiveness.
I didn't find a deal this good anywhere else. With the beach right next door, there's no need for the car, and then we're completely disconnected for 4 days.
Solange, let's talk about the history of camping here in France. It often has a reputation of being a place for working class families to go.
Yeah, it really does. But actually, recreational camping was initially a pastime for the rich. First for the English aristocracy, and then for the American elite, like the vagabonds Henry Ford and Thomas Edison, who often actually brought along servants as well. In England, it was the same. Camping is also a pastime that arrived in France in the early 1900s, but it wasn't until the summer of 1936, with the Fonds Populaire's Vacation for All, that it got its foothold as a pillar of the French summer, and it has stayed that way over the decades.
We read, we chat away with other campers, we have some great friends and get along really well.
We're in a really nice place, both city folk and all the friends we see here every year. There's great fishing, everything's great.
Today, though, Solange, camping isn't the same as it used to be when I was in high school, for instance, where we'd have to take everything, our own food, toilet paper, what have you.
Yeah, camping today encompasses all sorts of vacationing. There is bivvying, or sleeping without a tent. Actually, many nature lovers, they think this is real camping, that it's just that, bivouacking with or without a tent, creating a temporary sheltering place while hiking in nature with a tent or not. Then there's camping on farms, wild camping, camping sauvage. And then there's every man's camping, I'm calling it, which was epitomized in the 2006 French comedy Camping. It is essentially loading up your car with stuff, coming back every year to the same numbered spot, and seeing your old friends. Today it is thought that 20% of French campers do this. They go back year after year to the same place.
Tonight we're with family and friends and we love it. This is the 3rd year at this campground and we're not going to change.
There's also glamping, of course, or
like
glamour camping with extra amenities. And it's actually these extra amenities across all sorts of camping that over the decades have changed things. With star rating systems at campsites, tourists are often in search of a pool, childcare, Wi-Fi, television, a roof over your head. It's thought that the arrival of the caravan or RVs in the 1960s, that was, some say, the Trojan horse of the old school tent camping. And today we see this in French campsites. Many have become like big subdivisions of mobile homes with bungalows, RV parking lots, rather than just simple pitch spaces. And this also translates to potentially a lot more costly vacations.
It's like an apartment. We have 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, lots of storage space, and, as you can see, lots of room. There are 4 of us, and we're really comfortable.
There's even a French association called Saving Real Camping, or to ensure to find ways where traditional tents can retain a space and place at these campgrounds, as solid structures can also often foster less simplicity, less community, and the sharing that can make camping so great. Now, this shift is due to a desire for comfort, but it's also financial. Mobile homes in campsites are much more profitable than simple pitches, so much so that investors have caught on, creating campsite chains. We see them across France. In the early 2000s, the sector's revenue was around 1 billion euros, and as of 2023, it hit 3.8 billion euros. So that's a big jump in a short amount of time. So today, with so many offers, the camping world is not only getting more expensive for its campers, but it is also at a sort of existential crossroads of sorts, with independent ones struggling to survive. The upside, though, is that now there is a slew of different types of camping to meet all tastes and desires. The downside is that it often all shares the same name, so finding the type that you love can be a little bit tricky.
Very tricky indeed. Thank you very much for that, Solange Mougin there. And you can check out other editions of Entre Nous on our website. The address is france24.com.